Slayer Sworn Session 2.
Drak, help me.
Drak woke up at the sound of Makira's voice. He glanced at Taco, who was awake, and asked her if she had heard something. She shook her head. All in his head, thought Drak. The sun was soon to break the moonless night, but the night at the edge of the forest was eerie. No sounds since the challenge of a horrid beast last night. Drak pulled out his notebook.
So I want to test how much knowledge does Drak actually has about the situation that is going on in the forest and the horrid beast, considering his experience. So I think this will call for gathering information, and I'm using the fact that the Slayer carry with them a notebook to collect information about new beasts that they encounter, about new situations they encounter, and also telling them about situations that they had in the past as a mechanism for him to do that as a quick investigation. This could have well be he thinking about it. That would have been another one, but I think this fits the narrative of the game at this moment.
Drak found an old wife tale used to scare children, about monstrosities that haunts the nights and totems used to summon them. Taco and Drak took a quick bite. Taco was happy to eat even rations, but Drak was still mulling over Makira's call. She wasn't the kind of person to ask for help. She would want him to finish the job instead. Drak signaled Taco and they trotted into the forest once again. Drak was convinced that there was something wicked about this forest, and if the horrid beast wanted him, it will be in his own terms. They took a concealed position near the riverbank.
So that's a miss, and now we pay the price.
However, Taco didn't agree with the sneaking approach. They were not snakes, they were slayers. That, and her fur didn't took kindly at being dragged through the muddy ground. Drak looked at the feline and nodded. He stood up and walked to an open area by the riverbank. Taco was happier to oblige, but didn't look kindly to the running waters of the river either. Drak spotted the remains of the creature he fought yesterday. It was almost gone. Not the work of creatures, but it looked like it had melted away. And then he heard the growl of a horrid beast. This time, Drak was on his guard. The creature didn't sneak on him. It just appeared there. And if Drak didn't know better, he would say it was the same creature. Drak had fought this creature before. He signaled Taco to flank the creature and distract it.
That is another secure and advantage. Oh no. Okay, let's see what happened.
But as Taco flanked the horrid creature, a second one appeared.
So this was a suppressing turn event. We're gonna increase the level of this encounter from dangerous to formidable, since we're encountering two creatures at the same time. Now we're gonna face the danger. And that was a weak hit, and we're gonna lose one of momentum and the initiative.
The first beast launched at him, and as he dodged out of the way, the second struck him on the shoulder. The cut was deep but not serious. He spun around, and as he did, he crossed his swords, summoning his demonic strength.
But we're gonna clash against the enemy and try to take the initiative back. And with that, the enemy takes 2 harm, plus 1 harm because of the stun hit, plus 1 harm because of the duelist. That is 4 total boxes in the progress bar.
Suddenly, someone emerged from the forest. It was Tallus running towards them with 2 wooden swords at hand. Drak rolled his eyes. The fool was going to get himself killed playing hero. Drak threw all precautions away and signaled Taco. Taco quickly climbed on his back. Then Drak went for a second spin attack.
That is a strong hit with 4 more boxes in the forest bar. Let's try to end this fight.
His swords found their marks on both creatures. He twisted them and the fight was over. Tallus arrived just to poke one of the fallen creatures with one of his wooden swords. It glanced over the monstrosity flesh a few times until it found an open wound. To his horror, Tallus saw as the green blood of the creature consumed his wooden sword. Drak went to get his evidence, but this time he was looking for something else. Drak retrieved a swirl-shaped stone from the head of each creature, about the shape and size of a coin. Tallus saw the stones, and he went pale. He searched into a pocket. When he opened his trembling hand, it revealed 3 more swirly stones, but these seemed made of emerald. Drak quickly grabbed Tallus' hand and demanded to know the meaning of these.
These are supposed to lure them and kill them, right?
Drak demanded to know how Tallus got those stones. Tallus tried to answer, but something prevented him to do so. Drak asked if these were from a villager. Tallus nodded nervously. He was now sweating, and was he feverish? Drak asked if the Major was involved. But as Tallus began to nod once more, his flesh glowed green and burst into green flames. Drak signaled Taco. She jumped and released green dust over Tallus. Unfortunately, Tallus' condition was beyond Taco's healing dust. He left out a scream as green flames consume him, and moments later a tall, horrid creature stood in his place. Drak has seen a man become a monstrosity just in front of him, but in his line of work, Drak has seen this happen before. Perhaps if he acts quickly, can Tallus be saved? Drak had instinctively drawn his swords, but instead of sinking them into the creature body, he tried to reach the man inside the beast.
Drak has to try to reach Tallus inside the monster, and if Tallus doesn't reach back, he has no other choice but to kill the monster. So that was a miss, and let's go and pay the price.
The beast raged at Drak's calming words. The man once called Tallus was lost. Drak felt dismay, because he had pressed on Tallus for answers, but now it was too late for Tallus.
So Drak snapped out of the stress and he goes and strikes the monster in front. That is everything.
The large monstrosity unleashed its fury on Drak. He could not get it off him and was thrown against the bedrock. However, He rolled back to his feet on time to face the monstrosity next volley. The wound was not as deep as Drak initially thought. He crossed his swords to summon his demonic strength and started his spin attack on the beast. Now that the beast had fallen, it was time to end Tallus' suffering. Drak took his evidence from the monstrosity and an inert swirly stone. He also found 2 swirly emeralds which he carefully placed in a leather pouch. Then Taco and him walked back to the camp silently. The events with Tallus reminded him that the only thing that separated him from a monstrosity was his humanity. Fortunately, he had Taco to remind him of his.
So we got a strong hit on Maycamp. So we're gonna take +1 health and +1 spirit. Now we can mark 2 boxes in the bowl to find the missing Master Slayer Makira, and also 2 ticks in the bowl to slay any monstrosity, whatever that is. So we also have a match of challenge dice. So that means that something interesting is gonna happen next.
As they packed their camp, Drak promised to share a little banquet with Taco at the local tavern. He also vowed to have a little chat with the Major.
Thank you for watching and take care.